So late last week, the AP reports that new documents have come to light showing that the New York Police Department has been continuing on with programs and tactics that they developed supposedly for the state of emergency that we were nearly in, according to them, in the lead up and the aftermath to the Republican convention in 2004. In the old Majority Report, Janine and I invited onto the program. We had a couple cops come on at different times, friend of show, guys who were fairly rational individuals who would sit there and tell us, sort of off the record, and they believed it. They were like, "There's going to be tremendous violence. They're coming in. They're coming in from everywhere. This is going to be WTO. This is going to be Seattle protest times 3." And the police department was completely juiced up for this notion that they were about to face all-out war. So everything was off. Everything was on the table. And I'm quite convinced that internally, somewhere along the chain of command, there's an understanding that we need to do this. We need to get our police force in a state of mind that they're under siege. To get them to do things, some guys you don't, obviously. But to get those reasonable cops to believe that there is such an incredible threat that they're willing to undermine the very liberties that they're supposedly protecting. You know, you saw this the other night out at this Union Square. I want you to listen to this audio. There's nothing going on in Union Square, practically. The cops are starting to move in. There's video. We'll post the video on majority.fm. You can see a cop sort of out of the blue just start claiming that someone's throwing glass bottles. You don't hear any glass shattering. You don't see any bottles. The guy standing videotaping this is right near the cops. If there was anybody throwing bottles, you would have seen it. And you can hear the guy shooting the video going, "What are you talking about?" And the cop keeps yelling down the line to the other cops who are moving forward with this sort of movable sort of kettling, not net, but fence, trying to get the cops scared and to react almost like to make them trigger happy. Listen to this audio. It really is incredible.
Watch the bottle! Oh, you guys throwing bottles?
Oh
back
my
up!
God.
Back up now!
Are you
back
serious?
Up! Back up! Now! Back up! Throw bottles, son! Back up!
One of your guys threw a bottle. One of your undercover guys threw a bottle.
Back up!
One of your bosses hired an undercover to do a bottle.
Watch the bottles, guys! They want to hurt us! They want to hurt us, guys! Watch the bottles!
Oh!
They want to hurt us!
Oh my God! They got plants. You got undercovers throwing bottles.
Get off the stairs! Go watch the bottles! They're throwing bottles at us! Glass bottles! They're throwing glass bottles at us, guys!
You're lying, officer! You are lying! You are lying!
You hear that? They want to hurt us, guys. They're throwing glass bottles, guys. They're throwing glass bottles. There's no bottles. There's nothing being thrown. But this cop is trying to psych up the other cops. And so you have these tactics. You have these tactics that the police department and the intelligence units developed in 2004, which we didn't find out about until 2007, of course. In April 2008, apparently, well after the 2004 RNC, you math whizzes out there will know that it was 4 years after. An undercover New York Police Department went to New Orleans to attend the People's Summit, which was a gathering of liberal groups talking about U.S. economic policy and the effect of trade agreements, NAFTA, GATT, etc. When they summarized their reports, I guess, and I don't know why the NYPD is traveling what the theory is why they're traveling down to New Orleans. You know, I know why you go to New Orleans. In the report, they singled out two activists, John Flaherty, who was a journalist, and then another one, Marissa Franco, who is literally a labor organizer for housekeepers and nannies. And they talk about a workshop that John Flaherty ran, who used to be in New York City. I mean, this just sounds like he's an editor and journalist of Left Turn magazine and was one of the main organizers of the conference. Flaherty held a discussion calling for the increase of divestment campaign of Israel and mentioned two events related to Palestine. Apparently, according to John Flaherty, all he did was intro a movie at a Florida film festival about Palestine. Supposedly, this is to fight terror. This is all done by a New York Police Department intelligence division, which we know has been headed by either former CIA operatives or concurrent CIA operatives. And we know at the very least that the New York Police Department has been engaging in spying on Muslims close up, unprovoked, sort of fishnet spying of Muslims, not just in New York, but throughout the Northeast. It's unbelievable. And yet, we hear nothing about this. The DHS puts out a report saying that there are right-wing paramilitary groups that we should be concerned about. The whole thing gets withdrawn because of right-wing pushback. Yet you have labor organizers and guys introducing films at film festivals winding up in reports in the New York Police Department, literally thousands of miles away. And if you think that's where it ends, you know, the police department says that for every traffic violation they get, like 42 by that same person go unticketed. I imagine there are similar odds in this instance in terms of New York Police Department spying.